First things first, let's go to our data tab. We're going to go new query, from other sources, blank query. And let's go ahead and create our array. So we're going to do our equals, squiggly, 1, dot, dot, 15. So the numbers 1 through 15. Close squiggly, hit enter. There we go. We have our list. Let's go ahead and convert this now to a table. No delimiters, hit OK. Let's just call this ID. Why not? And we will create a whole number as our data type here. So whole number. Add a column. We're going to do custom column. And we're going to just call this one castle. And now we're going to do capital T for text, period, repeat, capital R. We're going to do a quotation, do our asterisk, quotation, comma, and then we're going to do the ID column. Open square bracket, close parenthesis, no syntax errors have been detected. Let's go ahead and hit OK. Fantastic. And let's change this to text. And let's go ahead and load this now to our sheet. We're going to create a table, existing worksheet, and let's go ahead and place this here in G1. Oh, fantastic. There we go. And let's go ahead and have Mario try and jump this castle. I guess we should have had the steps pointing the other way. Welcome to how to use parameters to repeat text in Get and Transform. All right, jumping back into this. We want to take our stars here, the asterisk, and move them to the right side. So things that we'll need to think about is we need to fill the appropriate amount of characters. So there's 15 minus 1. We should have 14 spaces, 1 asterisk. 13, 2. 12, 3, etc. So let's go back to our query here. We're going to do just an edit. And then we want to go to our added custom over here. And we're going to click on our settings. And now we want to do text, period, repeat. We're going to use this once again. Now we're going to do a quotation, space, quotation. Now we're going to do our max, which is 15 minus ID. Awesome. And then we're going to do a close parenthesis, ampersand to join text. No syntax errors have been detected. Hit OK. Just here in the visual, it's showing centered. Do not worry about that, because if you actually go down here, you'll notice that all the lengths are the same for 15. Just a visual representation within the query editor. So if we go to close and load, oh, fantastic. Data is loaded. Still showing here in the middle. So what we'd want to do then is write a line. And then you can see there with the castle, we now have our asterisks for the jump. All right, Mario, do your thing. I mean, Mario made it over the castle, and that's good and all, but it's not really that great. That 15 that we were using, that was hard-coded in. What happens when we need to change that to 100 or 200? Well, that's when we can take a look at using parameters. Back to the query editor. Let's go ahead and open that one back up now. You will notice here in your home tab, there's a manage parameters. Let's go ahead and select that and do new parameter. And let's call this one castle height. Total height of Mario's castle to beat. Excellent. And this will require a value to be passed through. We do not have whole numbers, so we will use decimal number in this case. And then we need to type current value as well. So let's just go ahead and start out with 30. Why not? Excellent. There we go. You will now see here over in your navigator in the queries castle height listed as a parameter. If we go back to our query 1 now, and if we go to our source 1 to 15, now we want to change that to reference castle height. And because we included a space in our parameter, we're going to use hashtag quotation castle space height quotation. Press enter, just like that. We now have 1 through 30. If we go back to our added custom, we need to go to our settings now. So instead of 15 minus, which we can see is now getting errors, we want to replace that with our max. So it's going to be quotation, hashtag quotation, castle height quotation. Press enter. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and press OK. We now see that our castle has grown with the 30 asterisks. And because, once again, just the visual representation here within the editor, we can't align this properly. So once we close and load this, we will now see here that our query has expanded with 30 asterisks all the way to 1. And with this parameter, we can instantly change this. So instead of 30, let's go ahead and do 250 that Mario will need to conquer. Query 1 has 250 asterisks. Close and load. Go ahead and refresh this query now, and there you have it. That is why it is important to use parameters as opposed to hard coding your values. Allow yourself the flexibility in your queries in what you're building.